We must also understand today a very important aspect of addiction. And stress can be addictive. And what are the possible sources of this stress is very important for us to realize. So, we all know the prolonged stress can convert into depression. So, you know that somebody who's sad all the time and depressed all the time is driven from the negative thinking and lots of sad emotions, self-victimization, emotional distress, physical distress. Now it is a problem. It's a medical term, depression, when there's a chemical disbalance in the mind. Now, this same state of like depression can be caused by maniac symptoms. Who is maniac? Somebody who's overdriven by the happiness, too much of positivity, where the senses are even lost. Maniac people are those who are too unpractically optimistic. Okay, fine. Thinking can change the mind, but they lose the practical ground as well. Maniacs have done this, and I'm telling you this for real. People who think that I can even fly, and they jump from the building thinking they'll be able to fly because they're unreasonably optimistic. And that state of being, that state of existence, called maniac. So these are two extreme behaviors, and these kind of people, they live on an edge. And look at the addiction tree. What kind of addiction we all can possibly driven from. So the foundation, the root cause of all the behaviors that we have is coming from our inner self-image and caused by the family environment, where we have disturbed families, dysfunctional families. There's a sexual or physical abuse in the childhood, and the feeling of being abandoned by the family. They're a family of, where you have multiple parents, or divorced parents, or orphan. These kind of environments, they cause emotional and verbal abuse. People feel rejected, the child feels rejected, and sometimes they just go numb. They can't feel anything. I got to speak to one of the life coaches, and she said she met with somebody who cannot feel anything, no emotion. They become like machine. They cannot feel happiness, they cannot feel sadness. There's no trust in human relationship because their family did not trust them. They don't talk to anybody. They're very rigid rules, and working in an environment which is of perfectionist. They're not allowed to make mistakes. Lots of control and manipulation, and just emotional abuse causes low self-worth, low self-image, low self-esteem, and the feeling of victim. This is the state of mind who fall into addictions. And these addictions can be divided into 5 areas. Number 1, feeling addictions. Somebody is addicted to anger, somebody is addicted to taking revenge, and somebody is addicted of shaming people, criticizing all the time. Some people are hateful. These are the people who become either terrorists or they are the righteous, those who hate people, the religion based in the name of language. They just hate. Some people are jealous, and they are jealous of everyone. Some people are addicted to grief, and they are living a traumatic life. Some people are addicted to sadness, they become depressed. Some people are addicted to envious, they cannot see anybody happy. So this is a feeling addiction. Then we have a people addiction. Some people are addicted to relationships. For one person can drive their whole life. You look at Romeo, Juliet, Shri Farah. There are people out there, they just live for one person, and they live and die for those people. So this is calling codependency. Some person is in love with the dog and they die, and they give their entire money and all the ancestral property in the name of a dog, or a pet or a cat. So this is called individual addiction to person or an animal. We have a thought addiction. Somebody is addicted to religion, like I said. Somebody is addicted to spirituality, and they leave their families, leave everything, and just go in the search of one value or belief system. Rigidity. Some people are just rigid, they cannot just move. It's a thought addiction. Substance addiction is a displacement of their behavior, running away from the life thought processes. They start in smoking, alcohol, drugs, caffeine, they start having too much of coffee, or any, or some people are addicted to and displays their behavior on food, start eating food and sugar. So this is substance addiction. Now, what many people don't know, that there can be activity addiction as well. Just let me ask you guys, you can see the slide, right? Yes.
Yes.
Lovely. Slide. Oh, okay, great. So addiction tree is what? It's about some people, those who are addicted to activities. They are workaholics. They are into extreme sports. They put their life on danger. They go on Himalayas and live in a tent, and they're ready to die for their thrill and adventure. These are the people. Some people have this addiction to even steal. There's a phobia to name, I forgot the name of the phobia, where people, sorry, this addiction, where they go and steal. People from, children from a well-to-do families, they go and steal things from showrooms, and there are many caught. People have addiction to exercise. People die till they exercise. There's so many people who lost their lives because of the gymming. So this is obsessive compulsive disorder, when we just give away the balance of life in one direction, for one behavior, one person, one emotion, and we lose balance. The beautiful balanced life is where we maintain the balance between people, among people, in hobbies, in, we say deen dunya. So we have to have a balance of everything, physical, mental existence. Now, this is going to give you an insight, and this is one of my favorite theories. If you want to identify yourself, what is your type? Once you have your stress scores, do this test and ask yourself these big questions. Thomas Harris, he has classified all the personalities in the world into 4 categories. So the theory is very well known. You can also Google and get to know more about this. This is for self-realization and understanding of your composition. There are 3 ego states that all human beings on earth, according to Thomas Harris. We have child ego. We all have an inner child in us, and we behave like a child. Oh, I want to eat ice cream and I want this thing right now, I can't wait. That impulsive behavior, where we want things immediately to gratify our emotion. So that's a child ego. Adult ego is something that, oh, don't do this. You are balancing out morality, thinking mind, analytical mind, pros and cons, feasibility is done by this adult mind. We all have that mind as well. Third is our parent mind, which is controlling, do this. Higher self, superego, where we are just controlling in nature. We want to be authoritarian in certain areas. We want to direct certain things in our life and others' life. We have that ego, which is called parent ego. Now there has to be a balance, again, coherence, relationship, a beautiful balance in the child, adult, and parent ego. So let's see if there's a lack of balance looking at this model. So one ego state which is out of balance, it's I am not okay, you are okay. Oh, poor me, I know nothing, I'm not okay, I'm not good, I have a low self-esteem. All the time everybody else is okay, not me. It's a one position down, and this situation is very helpless. These kind of people who are always listening to others and have no confidence or low confidence about themselves, they live a very helpless life, sad life, grieving life, no self-love, self-rejection, where we are rejecting our own existence and stand. There's no vote. I don't deserve a vote. This kind of person is going to live a hopeless, helpless, self-loveless life. Ask yourself, do you often tell others, yeah, you're fine, you're right, you are always looking for advice from others and not able to take decisions for yourself? Ask these questions. Another one, I'm not okay, you're not okay. Oh my God, the whole world is wrong. This is not possible. You will see these kind of people, those who are very change resistance. This is not possible, that is not possible. World is a doom day. Life is not fair. People are like that all the time. These are black hat people coming up with the problems. You come up with the solution, they will give you a problem to the solution. Hopeless, nowhere to go. This is it. If this is the case, if you think negative all the time, it means you have lost the balance. So ask yourself this question and reflect. Do I operate from this ego state that I am not okay, you're not okay? Am I criticizing everything and everyone in my life? If the answer is yes, guy, you need to really find out help. All right. Moving forward, I am okay, you are not okay. My way or highway. Do this thing, do this my thing, and do this right now. This is very Hitler kind of a personality, autocratic, control freak, egoistic. I am going to rule this universe. This is the position. Very angry people. They cannot take suggestions. They are not open for discussions. They are very authoritative. These kind of people are not liked. They cannot be good team members. How to ask this question to yourself? Just ask yourself, is this how we operate in our personal and professional life, that it has to be my way? Do you give up on arguments? Do you accept suggestions? Do you appreciate people? Do you acknowledge their existence? Is easy to give you compliment? Is it easy for you not to criticize? If the answers are, you know, endorsing this ego state, it means you're going to live a very angry life, and the body is going to react. These kind of people have hypertension, they may have heart related diseases or kidney, and I'll show you all that.